Eric St. Show Podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Yom Kippur, right now. If you are one of the show Jews, you shouldn't be here. So I don't want to see Sam the Jew for sure. And there's no way in hell Saul. I mean, his dad is a rabbi. It shouldn't be that I'm explaining this to the show Jews, that today is not your day. Today is the Jewish Day of Atonement. Today is the Super Bowl for Jews. Yom Kippur, the holiest day in Judaism and Samaritanism, and I don't know what Samaritanism is. I'm not going to try to follow up on that either. We'll kick that can down the road. Occurs annually on the 10th of Tishrei. This is the 10th of Tishrei. That is the 7th month of the Hebrew calendar. You didn't know any of this shit because you guys don't do the research like your old pal Eric Zane. You're just like, it shows up on your iPhone and it says Yom Kippur and you go, oh, okay. And then you have no idea. Well, I'm a very curious fellow. Now, I have looked this up before, but then it leaves my brain. It's centered on atonement and repentance. Doing the right thing. Making solid, sound decisions. And atonement and repentance is what you're focusing on. You're not focusing on the Eric Zane Show podcast. You got to get that shit right. Today, here's what's on the docket for people that are recognizing Yom Kippur and observing. Full fasting. You don't eat for the day. The sun just came up. Hopefully you ate before the sun came up. I think it has. I think that's when it starts. Maybe it starts at midnight. I don't know. And then it says ascetic behavior. We'll come back to ascetic behavior for you Jews. Intensive prayer. Sin confessions. You know I'm all about that. Traditionally inside of a synagogue. Alongside Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, one of the two components of the high holy days of Judaism. Because you know how, like, in the NFL season, you got the Super Bowl, but ahead of that, you got championship weekend, the NFC and AFC championships. Equally, well, not as big, but pretty damn close. There's my anecdotal sports reference to go along with the holy days of Judaism. What are ascetic behaviors, you ask? I'll tell you. Characterized by abstinence from sensual pleasures. God forbid if on Yom Kippur you have sex or beat your meat or sex with an animal or something. You don't want to do that. You are really, really stepping out of bounds if you do not abstain from sensual pleasures. Now, some would argue that what I am doing right now is not a sensual pleasure. So you might be okay listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast, but really that's probably not a good idea. You want to be praying, fasting, not paying attention to this drivel. What the hell? Often for the purpose of pursuing spiritual goals. Asceticism has been a dominant theme within, has not been a dominant theme within Judaism, but minor to significant ascetic traditions have been a part of Jewish spirituality. Disapproving views. All right, there's a lot of minutia there that I just cannot get into. Just know today's the day. It's a big one. And we have a lot going on here on this show. First of all, Dear Meathead happens. By the way, sorry for being late. I was trying to pick up a player for my fantasy football team, and I can't figure out how to do it. I dropped a guy, and then I couldn't pick up another one. I was like, wait, huh? What am I doing wrong? Somebody tried to trade me, what the hell is that quarterback that was good for Seattle, and now he stinks with Denver? Oh, Russell Wilson. Someone tried to send me Russell Wilson and a running back for Jared Goff. This is the second team that has tried to get my Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff is my backup. He's a great backup. He's having an excellent year, except for that pick 6 last week. No, you're not going to get your hands on my Jared Goff. You're going to have to do much better than that. Like, actually send me a envelope full of money. Then I'll consider it. So that's why I'm late. I'll need your questions for Dear Meathead. I have a couple, but I probably need some more. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners striping inbox. If you ever need the parking lot striped, that's who you call. Shoreliners striping. So send your questions along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. It was a baseball game in Texas yesterday where some dude won $1 million. And he won it by catching Aaron Judge's home run ball. Now, for all of these home runs that have been leading up to this one, the record-setting number 62 to beat Roger Maris's record, which happened last night. Fans have been like giving back the baseball, or it turns out that like a bullpen player catches the ball. It's like fans are like doing the wrong thing. In this one, the home run, one fan thought that the ball was going to land in the bullpen in front of them. So he jumped out of the stands, lands in the bullpen, but it actually did go into the stands, and a dude caught the ball. So Aaron Judge's 62nd home run was caught by a fan, and number 99 breaks Roger Maris's record of 61. I want to go ahead and give you the John Sterling call of that. John Sterling, the legendary announcer. I did not realize John Sterling was 84 years old. What? Come on. Audio check. Video check. Here we go. Aaron Judge, 62.
Swung on. There it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Number 62 to set the new American.
I love that crack of the bat, man. And then I like how this pitcher here, as soon as Judge swings, he just turns around and he's like, for crying out loud, I'm the guy. Oh.
There it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Number 62 to set the new American League record.
That was his mother right there, Aaron Judge's mother.
Aaron Judge hits his 62nd. All the Yankees out of the dugout to greet him. Just think of it. 3 Yankee right fielders. The Babe hitting 60 and 27. The Jolly Roger hitting 61 and 61. And now Aaron Judge hits his 62nd.
That is really something that all right fielders and all Yankees in this whole thing.
Home run, the most home runs any American leaguer has hit in a
Look how much bigger he is than everyone else on the field.
Single season. And the American League has been alive for 120 years. This is Judgment Day. Case closed.
There's always some all rise, court is in session, case closed.
Wow, that brings like tears to my eyes watching this.
Aaron Judge hits his 62nd. It's so exciting. And on the big scoreboard in right center, they have Judge 62 and 22, Roger 61 and 61, the Babe 60 and 27. So exciting. So exciting. And they had a great shot yesterday of his mom, Patty Judge, his dad, Wayne Judge. All the Yankees greeted him.
Okay, the Yankees have offered him, because he's a free agent at the end of the year, they offered him a contract extension. Talk about tears in the eyes. I'd have tears in my eyes if I'm the Yankees and I made this offer, and he said, nah. They offered him $200 million on a contract extension. $200 million. And he said, no, I'm gonna test the waters. Now, ultimately, I think the Yankees will do the right thing and give him, I don't know, even more. But my God, $200 million offer, turned it down. Aaron Judge. Holy crap. The ball itself will go for upwards of $1 million. And Judge said, hey, I'd like to get that ball back, but that's a fan's. Now, here's the thing. Lost in all of this, kind of. They're making a big deal about it, but, he's not the single-season home run king. Not even close. Because of all of the cheaters. Now, Roger Maris's son, Roger Maris Jr., he weighed in with a tweet. Congrats to Aaron Judge and his family on Aaron's historic home run number 62. Has definitely been a baseball season to remember. You are all class and someone who should be revered. For the majority, all caps, of the fans, we can now celebrate a new, all caps, clean home run king. Because, in 98, when Sosa and McGuire were, all juiced up, the Maris family had to follow those assholes all around the league as they closed in on the record, and they both surpassed it in the same year. Okay? In fact, after Sosa and McGuire in 1998 destroyed the record, McGuire juiced up, and at age 34, hit 70 home runs that year. Sosa hit 66 in 1998. Barry Bonds said, screw that. I'm going to beat that record. In 2001. And he really loaded up on the steroids and hit 73. Now, if you look at the record books, Bonds 73 home runs in 2001. McGuire and Sosa in 98 hit 70 and 66. McGuire in 99 hit 65. A lot of people forget that too. All of this shit is forgettable to me because they were all juiced, and that's a fact. In 01, the same year that Bonds hit 73, Sosa hit 64. And in 99, the year after he hit 66, Sosa hit 63. So it goes Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, McGuire, Sosa, Sosa. Top 6 seasons of all time. Number 7 season of all time, Aaron Judge, 62 home runs. Roger Maris, 8th at 61. So you're getting a lot of people making a big deal about this, even though he's only the 7th most of all time, Aaron Judge. But, it's one of the top stories on the Today Show today, Aaron Judge. And it's because all of these junkies and the amount of steroids that they've put into their bodies, that's the only reason why they had the success that they had. And it's remarkable that Bonds, McGuire, Sosa not in the Hall of Fame. And I'm glad. It shouldn't be. They should not be in the Hall of Fame. After Maris, it was Ruth with 60. Ruth also with 59 in the year 1921. Giancarlo Stanton hit 59 in 2017. Jimmy Fox, Hank Greenberg. Ryan Howard. What was it? Philly? Had 56 or 58 in 1 year. McGuire in 1997 was just starting to do steroids, 58. Luis Gonzalez. What? There's a name. Hit 57 in 01. A-Rod hit 57 in 02. These are all juiced players. Griffey Jr. I don't know if Griffey Jr. actually was indicted as being a junkie. I can't say. 2 years, he hit 56. Jose Bautista hit 54. Who? That's a junkie. Okay, lots of junkies on this list. A-Rod, David Ortiz, Jose Bautista. I'm going to throw Griffey in there. A-Rod again, Luis Gonzalez, Mark McGuire, Ryan Howard. I'm not sure about Ryan Howard. Giancarlo Stanton, I don't think so. That was 2017. And then, of course, Sosa, McGuire, Bonds. Bonds is an absolute joke. And, if you were to go, there's a lot of people with blue check marks on their name on Twitter who are saying that Barry Bonds is the real home run king. It's like, how can you possibly say that? That is just bullshit. I don't know how anybody can actually feel that way. JD says Junior was clean. Corey says, baseball talk. I'll come back in 10 minutes. What an asshole. Aram says, yeah, it started with religion talk and now baseball. Oh, all right. You should go watch the Nolan Ryan documentary on Netflix. I didn't realize that there was one. All right. Okay. Welcome in. My God. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, I am going to need that. I got 36 minutes until that all gets started with my dad. Dear Meathead, brought to you by my friends at Baldwin Ace Hardware. Yesterday, I don't know what came over me, but it was like a year ago that I went and bought 2 side view mirrors for the truck. Okay? My dad's truck that I bought off of him. And that is because the one that is on the driver's side was a little screwed up and it was hard to see, but it worked. The one on the right, I hit on the way out of the garage, just like Diana did the other day, and cracked it. And then Diana hit the other side, the one that was still already kind of screwed up, and really screwed it up, breaking it, oh God, while backing out of the garage. I know some of you are already going to say, well, wait a minute. You said that you got pissed at Diana, but you did it too. No. You're losing touch. I didn't get pissed at her because she backed out and damaged the mirror, because that would be hypocritical. I was more pissed off that she drove in the driveway while I was cleaning her car and said, hey, we're even. I'm like, what? At least when I damaged your car, I was sad. I felt bad. And I said, this is all my fault and I'm going to fix it. I didn't rub your face in it. Whatever. But anyway, so over a year ago, I bought these side view mirrors. And then one day I looked at a YouTube video. And upon watching that video, I was so intimidated by what I had to do that I said, well, screw it. I'm not even going to attempt it. I am not going to attempt it. But then after Diana screwed up the driver's side one, so I couldn't even see out of it at all. I'm like, and this dude emailed me. I forgot what his name was. Some guy in New Hampshire sent me, Michael, I believe, sent me an email saying, this is an easy job, man. You can absolutely do this. Do you want me to help you? And that's all I needed, though, was him to tell me that, because then I went back and opened up that YouTube video. And I don't know what came over me, but I said, you know what? I'm going to try this shit. And so you have the car door open, and you got to take off that whole panel, where the controls are for the window up and down and the mirror. And so bolt here, bolt there, pry this, pry that. Next thing I know, everything's apart in my driveway. And so I'm feeling intimidated, but I'm just watching the YouTube video, and I did exactly what it told me to do. And I was so successful at this, and it actually didn't even take long. I mean, I did everything correct. What a feeling that is to put that all together, and then you're successful. And I am thoroughly convinced that if there is a YouTube video about how to do brain surgery on someone, that if you just follow the steps and you have the right equipment, you can do anything. You can build a rocket. You can do brain surgery based on a YouTube video. I was like, holy shit, this is so great. So I got the driver's side done. Works fine. Now I've got a new mirror on there. And I go, you know what? I'm going to do the other side too. Went over to the passenger side. Did that one. Awesome. Oh my God. Eric Zane, YouTube car repair champion. I feel so good about that. When I get something done, if it's raking the front lawn or putting a mirror on or whatever it is, I always go back and look at it just to stare at it because I'm satisfied. I don't know if you do that. I do that more and more as I get old. When I get something done, I want to see what I accomplished. I'm not kidding you. I'm such an idiot. I'll go in the house, and an hour later, I'll come walking back out and just walk back to where I was, look at it. Wow, I'd touch it, walk back inside. Mental illness, I'm telling you. Thank you so much for being part of this show. I appreciate you being here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, but it's time for you to go. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I am going to cut the cord. If you want the rest of this show, you have to get it on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Give yourself a little username, and then you can participate in the chat and whatever. And you got to hit the follow button, okay? Hit the follow button, and then you'll know when I go live, and then you don't have to worry about Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, okay? Thank you so much. And as well, you can get the audio podcast wherever you download shows and listen whenever you want, if that's how you want to do it too. So thank you, thank you, thank you.